Did he just really sit here and ask me what hole to put it in? Really? What hole? Y'all, I was just so over this day. I'm not gonna sit here and hold you guys up. So if you guys want to know the full story of what really happened that day, please stay tuned for this video. Okay guys, I'm back. So I don't know where to start at. I don't know where I'm gonna start. Okay, so I'm not gonna say no names in this video. I am gonna say a name, but I'm just not gonna be his real actual name. I'm just gonna make up a name. So back in my sophomore year of high school, me and this boy been messing around for, you know, some time or whatever. I was a sophomore, he was a junior, obviously, and we went to 2 different schools or whatever. And you know, me and Josh, you know, we was real cool, this, that, and the other. At first, like, when me and him first, like, started being real cool or whatever, it wasn't nothing serious at all. Like, it wasn't nothing serious at all. It was just, you know, we would just, sometimes he'd just be texting me every now and then, and I just blow him off, this, that, and the other. You know, I just blow him off, whatever. He always wanted me to come hang with him, but I just blow him off because, I mean, I didn't know why. I wasn't even in a relationship at the time. I was just, you know, I don't know. Finally, one day I had decided, you know, when he did text me, I decided to text him back or whatever. So we finally just started texting. Like, I would just slowly, you know, for surely text him. You know, as time went on or whatever, we just, you know, chilled or whatever. Nothing serious, nothing sexual, nothing like that. We were just chilling and stuff like that. So, you know, we were just cool, this, that, and the other. And then, I guess when you start being around and get to being around a person more and more or whatever, I won't say feelings, but you guys start liking each other. I'm not gonna say catch feelings right away, but you guys start liking each other, and you know, so on. So me and Josh start, you know, hanging around each other more and more, and I'm not gonna lie, I started liking him or whatever, and obviously he started liking me. So because look who I am. Look who I am. So we, you know, just started talking to each other, you know, liking each other, this, that, and the other. So man, just still at this point, we wasn't even like still kissing or nothing like that. We were just liking each other, like flirting, calling each other big head, fat head, ugly, you know, just little lame stuff. Just lame stuff. Knowing that you like the person, but you just want to just say anything. At that point or whatever, you know, I didn't want no relationship, and honestly, I didn't even really think about to ask him did he want a relationship with me, because I wasn't feeling no relationship at the time. I was just focused on going to school and going to work. Like, that's it, that's all. Like, I wasn't even feeling no relationship. I didn't want to, had nothing to do with that. So me and Josh, you know, we were just still kicking it cool. You know, finally one day or whatever, he was we were just outside just chilling, and then he had walked me back to my house with us. So we stayed like right down the street from each other, like literally right down the street. So he had walked me back to my house or whatever. So after we had chilled that day or whatever, he had walked me back home, and he gave me, you know, a little peck on the cheek or whatever, all that love, whatever, you know, and I was all, oh my god, wow, and I was happy whatever, because like, boy, who told you to kiss me? Like, what? Who told you to kiss me? So, you know, I was all happy side, so, you know, so he, you know, kissed me or whatever. I'm like, okay, you doing too much. So I ain't say that obviously, but you know, I was thinking that. I went into the house all happy, whatever, like, and then he texted me talking about some I seen you blush and all this other stuff, da da da. Okay, whatever. Okay, whatever. So by this point, we still wasn't together, but we was like a year in talking or whatever. Like, we was talking, you know, going on a year or whatever. So we were just messing around, kicking it for a year. He had told me, like, basically telling me, like, if you he wanted to be me, but I just said no. I wasn't like feeling a relationship at the time. So he was cool with that, and you know, he was like, okay, cool, this, and he was like, okay, I'm cool with that, we can just still be how we are. So one day he must have told me, like, next time we see each other, whatever, I'm gonna come pick you up. But he didn't even have a car at the time. I ain't have a car. I didn't even know how to drive at the time. But he didn't even have a car at the time. So how you gonna come pick me up? You mean come meet me halfway, walking? Like, how you gonna come pick me up? So, but I got the point of what he was trying to say, I guess, whatever. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna come get you. So I'm like, okay. So he met me halfway. So, you know, the next day or whatever, I got dressed, you know, took a shower, got fresh. And not thinking, not knowing, like, okay, like me, I'm like, hey, you already know how dudes are, and they try to pull some whatever. So I'm like, today might be the day, like, okay, I'm back, guys. I forgot where I left off at. I'm just gonna pick up wherever, because I forgot. You know, we went to his house, and I went in, and we just laying there, like, just chilling, laying there. And he like, he put on a movie, talking about, so you want to watch a movie? So I'm like, yeah, cool. I'm like, that's what you text last night in the text message. We can watch a movie and we just gonna chill. So he like, I mean, I ain't literally mean it like that, but okay. I'm like, what other way could you possibly be saying it? Like, I'm thinking that's all he wanted to do. Like, what? So imagine, like I said, I had to prepare myself that night, because the night before, because I already know what dudes be on. Like, I prepare myself, basically. I'm always shaving or whatever, but I had to just double check and make sure, like, any little snippet gotta go, any little baby hairs gotta go. So I'm like, you know, telling what this boy finna, what he got up his sleeve. Okay, so as we going on and on or whatever, so he like, I'm just laying there, and then, you know, one thing leads to the next. He started kissing me or whatever. So I'm like, okay, so you just forgot the movie was even on, right? Like, you just gonna ignore the movie, huh? So he like, stop playing with me. Y'all already know how dudes are. Stop playing with me. You know what I really wanted you to come over here for, all this other stuff. I'm like, so basically you trying to use me, what you trying to say? And then he like, nah, I love you. I really do love you and stuff. Basically sweet talking me. I'm young, I didn't know no better. So after that, he like, so he just like kissing and all on my neck and stuff, you know, kissing on me and all of that other stuff. So one thing led to the next, and he, you know, started kissing on me and trying to give me a hickey. Nuh-uh, baby, I ain't with that hickey stuff. I'm not with that hickey stuff. Don't give me no hickey. I wish I would go back to my mama's house with a hickey on my neck. Boy, no. My mama was not playing. She was not allowing that at all. I wish I would walk in that door with a hickey on my neck. No. Pooh was not playing that. Like, period. Like, no. So he like, and he started laughing or whatever. He's like, I'm just playing with you. He said, you talking about something, I'm so scared. You can call me scary all you want to. I don't care. Call me scary all you want to. I'm not going in that house with no hickey on my neck. Nope. But anyways, after all of that or whatever, after he started, after he started doing that or whatever, so he was like, he stopped kissing on my neck and stuff. So he like trying to pull my pants down. I'm like, boy, what are you doing? Like, what? So he like, I can't get on to what? What you trying to get? What? Imagine, y'all, I had bought some chips that day. Also, I had brought some chips over to his house or whatever. So I'm like, what you trying to get? Some of these chips I'm eating? That's what you trying to get? Cause what? So he like, nah, you know dang on well I don't want no chips. You know what I'm talking about? I'm like, nah. So he gonna take the chips out my hand or whatever. I'm like, I told him like, yeah, you can get some chips. Like, I handed him chips. Like, you can get some. So he like, okay. So I went on to let him pull my pants down. So he like, So mind you, I'm scared of stuff because at this point, like I said, like he went out the room to, at this point, I was scared he went out the room trying to put the condom. I'm like, no, you're not about to go out the room. You're gonna put it on right here, right now, like where I can see you put it on. You're not about to go out the room and put it on because ain't no telling what you finna go out there and do. I ain't know you could put a hole in anything. You was trying to set me up and I wasn't going. And so he went on to put it on like in front of me or whatever. So I'm like, dang, whole time I was scared, I was nervous, I didn't know what to do. Like I wanted to leave so bad. Like I did, like why did I come over here? Like again, I was young and I was just like, okay, whatever. So, and this feels so awkward me telling this story because like my sister in the other room and she probably can hear me. Well, she in the living room and she probably can hear me, but I don't care. She probably don't end up watching this video anyway. But so yeah, so he was like some bend over.
Boy, if you
don't disrespect me like that. Don't just tell me to don't. And then he tried to like grab my head or whatever, talking about some. Boy, don't do that. No. So I laid there, whatever. I'm like, so what you want me to do? So he was like, just standing there stuck, like. And so I'm like bent over like this, and my head was like by the window, like that. Like my head was by the window, and then he like behind me, and he just stuck. I'm like, and my butt just in the air. He like, I'm like, come on, like what are you waiting on? Like what are you waiting on? Like. Then imagine it was the daylight outside. I'm already nervous as hell, like somebody was gonna come in, like his mama and them gonna come home. So I'm already nervous. So it was daylight outside. Then he's talking about some. I'm like, what is you waiting on? Like, come on, somebody, like anybody could walk in. And he was like, I gotta ask you. So I'm like, what? Like, what you gotta ask me? At this point, I'm like, he on BS. Like, what's up? What you gotta ask me? Talking about some which hole to put it in. You didn't just ask me that, did you? You didn't know. You didn't pretend like I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear this. You did not just ask me that, did you? So he up there trying to like still, I don't want to say like play with himself or whatever, like, but trying to keep himself like on hard or whatever. I'm like, you know what? I ain't even finna sit here. He's like, oh, he's like, I'm like, I ain't even finna sit. I'm like, no, I told him after I guess he was like trying to sit there and like play with it or whatever. I'm like, trying to keep himself like on hard or whatever. I'm like, you know what, boy, pull your, go. I'm about to go. I said, you know what, I said, pack me my shorts because I'm about to go. He like, no, I remember, like, how could you not remember? Like, what? That don't even make sense. Like, I don't even know if he was what he was on or whatever. He said he wasn't a virgin. He said he was, but I don't put nothing past these dudes. Like, I don't at all. So I'm like, you know what? I'm about to just go. Just pack my shorts and I'm about to go. So he like, no. So you know, he like, come on, just give me one more chance. So as I'm, you know, I'm like, okay. So I, you know, bend back over whatever. Then he over there trying to do it. Then whole time like he over there trying to do it whatever, and my head just like hitting the window. Like it was just hitting the window whole time, y'all. Like I probably can't even do it right, but whole time he think he doing something. He like this or whatever, and I'm like, this stuff feels so weird. Like he like face like ugly as ever trying to do it, and then my head like hitting the window, and he like do it feel good? No, it don't. I'm like, no, it don't. I'm like, no, because it hurt, and then you already got it in the wrong hole. I'm like, just get off me. I'm done. I'm about to put my clothes on. I'm finna leave. He like, what you mean? What you mean? He said, what you mean I put it in the wrong? I'm like, you did, because why would, like, who, you put it in my booty? Why would you do, what? That don't even make sense. Like, what? So y'all, I was so embarrassed. I was so through, because like, and these text messages, don't try to act all hard and try to act all tough and stuff like you really about it. But then when finally try to give it to you, like give you something, you ain't about it. Like, you wasting my time, cause baby, you wasting my time. That's all I'm gonna say. And the crazy part about it, y'all, like my supervisor had texted me that day. I was off that day anyway, but he had texted me that day and asked me did I want to come in. I'm like, no, you know, it was all cool or whatever. Like, nah, I ain't want to come in or whatever. You know, this is my off day. I'm just gonna kick it, chill or whatever, do whatever. I could have been at my house in my bed chilling, or I could have been at work on the clock or something. Me coming over here, you wasting my time. That's, I was so mad, y'all. I told him that. I'm like, me coming over here, you wasting my time. Like, I was so, I don't know if he was embarrassed, but I was definitely embarrassed. And he like, he talking about some, I thought you said, he said, I thought you told me that, he talking about some, he thought I told him they was feeling. I said, I didn't tell you that. Like, I didn't tell you. I'm like, you hurt me, yes. That's what I'm telling you, that you are hurting me, yes. Like, I was so out of it. I was so done. Like, I was for real, y'all. I'm like, you know what? I'm just done with this. Let me go ahead and put my stuff on. And I'm like, I'm about to go. I don't even need you to walk me back to my house. None of that. I'm about to just walk this off because this ain't adding up right. I'm like, you, and then these text messages it's just not adding up. Like, I'm like, me being like trying to give you something, and then you turn around and you do this what? You do this, then you got my head hitting all up on the window and stuff. Like you really doing something though. Like, really? You got my head, like, y'all, his face was like so serious though. Like, the whole time his face was so serious. Then he got my head hitting the window like he was really doing something. Like, boy, just take that off, go get yourself together in the bathroom. I'm about to just go ahead and go home. I just get myself together when I go to my own house. Like, we literally live that close to, I'm like, I'm about to just go home and just, I'm about to just go home and just get myself together because I was so mad, y'all. I was so mad. I wish I could have. Then on top of that, like, I don't even consider myself, like, I don't even really consider myself like that losing my virginity. I guess you could say I did, but I didn't. I don't know. He just threw me all the way off that day. Like, he really did just throw me all the way off. I'm like, you know what? I'm about to just go ahead and go. I put my pants, my shorts and stuff on, and then I was like, I'm done. I'm about to go. Like, we can still be cool. We can still be cool and stuff, but as far as us like doing all that, nope. It was I'm cool on that. I'm like, no, nope, I was cool. So he like, I really thought I was doing something. I'm like, how could you think you was doing something? I wasn't even moaning. Like, how? Please explain that to me. How? I don't understand. And I just went on and left, y'all, and that was it. Moral of the story, y'all, please save y'all virginity to the right person, because now my fiance, which is my child's father, like my kid's father, baby, if I could have waited, I wish I could have waited on him or whatever, because baby, the bomb.com, I ain't gonna stand hold y'all up. I'm not even going to that route, but now, baby, I wish I could have waited on him. That's all I'm gonna say. But it's okay. Then on top of that, y'all, he had to nerve to try to want to do it again some few months.
Got him! Got him!
Boy, I didn't forget about that day. I didn't forget. No, I said no. No means no. I didn't forget at all. Like, nope, I didn't forget at all. Man, y'all, that was my sophomore year in high school. And then that was that one time. Then after that, I ain't do it no more until I met my fiance. I learned my lesson. Like, I really did. Like, boy, no. I did not forget. But I mean, you live and you learn. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget And don't forget to hit that notification bell to be aware when I post a new video. And I'll see you guys in another video.